your books, family. Today I want to talk about Charles Duhigg, Smarter, Faster, Better. But before I do that, if you haven't subscribed yet, if you haven't followed us on Instagram yet, make sure you do. We're going to give a lot of content about personal growth, about personal development, and all these other books that you see next to me. I'm definitely going to make sure that all our content stays for free for you. We've been sharing knowledge for over a little over a year. And we're going to continue doing so because one of our passions is sharing knowledge. So that's about it. So if you haven't subscribed yet, if you haven't followed, please do. All right, let's get to this knowledge right now. So the book starts out with Charles Duhigg seemingly being at his limit. He's been 9 months into his big project about habit formation, and he hasn't taken one day off. He's basically at a dead end. He's tired. He doesn't know what to do. He has kids. He has a wife. So for him, time is very problematic. He, of course, also has his day job. So he wants to find out a way how to become a little bit more productive. And he sees someone who seemingly has everything figured out about productivity, and it is a doctor. And he wants to ask him some questions about how he's basically handling some of his schedules and his life, how he's ordering his life, so make sure that he can perform and be productive. And he finds out several different reasons on why some people outperform other people or be more productive or are more productive, and it all has something to do with the things that the way they handle things in their daily lives. All right. It then goes into a very perfect segue about motivation and the correlation between motivation and a sense of control that you have over your life. So basically, that your choices have influence on which direction your life is going to take. Okay, so it's basically just a sense of control in your life. All right, and he terms it locus of control. Probably you've heard of it if you're a business person. Extremely interesting topic. I've used it myself. It works every day in the morning. I am putting some of these affirmations in my head. You know, I'm not the type of person to like say things out loud when I wake up and stuff, but I do it in my head. You know, I just always, when I wake up, I'm like, I'm in control of my life. The choices I make today will have consequences tomorrow, you know, or the day after, or a year from now. So, you know, you're in control of your life. The choices that you make now are yours. All right. So basically, that's what the chapter is about, and it shows also on how motivation actually is basically one of the main factors in people pushing through adversities. And we all struggle with adversities, but some of us handle it a lot better than others. For myself included, I don't handle adversity that well. So I had a lot to learn when I took up this book. I still have a lot to learn, but it did reveal to me some things that I could use. And it just really opened my eyes on how to handle it like a boss. All right, and then the book goes into which environments best stimulate teams' innovation. To be fair, I just want to say that when it went into this direction, I actually kind of liked that it went into this direction, but I didn't know for sure if it was the right way to go into it. But it is definitely a very, very nice chapter. It goes into, of course, like I said, how to best stimulate innovations and create an environment for it. Definitely a must read for business owners and people that want to put new products and new services in place. And the chapter also speaks about emotional intelligence, psychological safety, and social sensitivity in group environments. And therefore then you can stimulate ideas and brainstorming more effectively. It's a great topic if you're a business owner. So if you're out there, probably this is one of the chapters that is going to be Bible for you. So moving on, another topic discussed in the book is regarding focus, and it looks into how some people can stay extremely calm in extremely stressful situations. It focuses mainly on mental models and how these mental models actually prepare people, for lack of a better word. It basically prepares people for these stressful situations. They've already gone through the scenarios. So it's really great stuff, backed by science, of course, real life examples. And that's what's beautiful about this book. Everything has a real life example. Everything has references. It's amazing. You know, I think that this particular topic is a very, very strong a very strong topic for people who are struggling with very stressful situations daily, and making mental models for these stressful situations so you can deal with them more effectively. It makes them very practical because of these real life examples that it's giving. All right, right. Continuing on, the if you're into business studies, the book goes into how to set your goals more effectively, and more specifically about SMART goals. It gives real life examples about how people are really struggling with SMART goals, especially because they put so much effort in getting the goals just right, that all this amount of time that they're wasting on that could be actually put into use to achieve the goal. So it was an extremely powerful chapter for me. It definitely opened my eyes on how to set your goals properly and how to actually think about your goals in a certain way. And maybe not even overthink it actually, but just making sure that it has certain elements in it to make sure that you know what you're supposed to do every single day and how to create your routine around it, etc. Also, a blog or an article on this, on how to set your goals. We even made a nice infographic for you guys so you can actually make your goals. This infographic is actually a compilation of many books into one. But one of those is the Smarter, Faster, Better by Charles Duhigg, but it's also Think and Grow Rich, and other books on goal setting that have chapters on goal setting. And I put them together and I made this infographic for you guys so you can use it to set your goals more effectively and make sure that you're creating a step-by-step guide for yourself in your life. All right, because look, at the end of the day, I'm not perfect. I'm using it, but I'm not perfect. You know, some of the goals I'm still working on every single day, and that's what we're supposed to do, right? We're supposed to look for progress, and are also further discussed into the book. Very interesting subjects, and it is just talking about how to manage them effectively. But one very interesting topic in the book that I personally liked was the topic of data absorption and how to deal with large amounts of information. And basically, this book is very specific on how to deal with that. I don't want to give too much away because I feel like if you really want to have in-depth knowledge about this, if you really want to execute on it, you should get the book. All right, there's no shortcuts for knowledge and implementation. All right, so if you really want to have a good understanding about these things and about this book, I would suggest that you buy the book and then implement it immediately in your life. All right, and just try it out. And if it doesn't work for you, you're gonna move on and find something else. You know, that's how it actually works. So you have to try something, see if it works. If it doesn't, if you see why it doesn't work, make some adjustments and then do it again and again. And then if it really doesn't work, then you could go cut it off and find something else, because you know you have to make your decisions effectively. All right, but to continue on the topic, to conclude, if you're having trouble with managing your team, getting that creative spirit in, goal setting, motivation, data absorption, this book is definitely a must read. The writing is great. And of course, the information in it is easily digestible. And Charles breaks down complex subjects into smaller pieces, and it actually has a knack for making it all make sense. And if I had to grade this book, I probably would give it a 8.5 out of 10. I know it's kind of high, but still, it's because I don't think a lot of people know this book. I think a lot more people think about The Power of Habit when they're thinking about Charles Duhigg. But I actually believe that this book is a bit better than The Power of Habit, in my opinion. So I'm giving it an 8.5 out of 10, and 10 being legendary status. And then we're talking about Napoleon Hill, Dale Carnegie, and all these people, all right? So it's very difficult to compete with those. They're just legendary. All right, but to learn more about the topics discussed in this video, make sure to pick up the book in stores. Or what you can do is you can go to the link in the description and you can buy it off the website. All right. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you're an avid Instagrammer, all right, make sure to follow us on Instagram at Know Your Books. Thanks for watching. And if you're here, then you should probably know your books.